Oh, there we go. Hey everybody, welcome back to The Perfect Bag. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the chat here real quick. Make sure I don't miss anything. There we go. That's it, that's good, good. All right, so welcome everybody. We're gonna do a live stream tonight. I haven't done a live stream in quite a while. Super excited about it. And what is our topic? Well, it's backpacks. I promised you that I was going to do 5 backpack videos in a row, and I meant it, and I am doing it. There will be one random morale patch video that's kind of scattered in there, so please bear with me, and I hope you enjoy that morale patch video. But there are a ton of backpacks, so just blitzing you with backpacks coming up over the next 5 videos, including this video. In this video, we're going to do at least 5 backpacks. That's crazy, right? So 5 bags we're going to take a look at. It's all going to be camera number 1. I hope that's okay, because I don't want to get up and move the camera in the middle of a live shot, and I'm not fancy enough to have 2 cameras. So, all right. Excuse me. The topic tonight is not just backpacks, but it's unusual backpacks. And I wanted to show you some backpacks that maybe you haven't had a chance to see before. Probably you haven't had a chance to see before. And they've got unique features, a unique look, and they're bags that you definitely are not going to see on any other YouTube channel but this one. Hello, Kelvin is here. Do you have a chance to review the CTB26? Not yet, not yet. So I do need to see that, and I know it's a really popular bag, and I love my Evergoods bags. And somebody just asked about the CT variant. It's right over here. I think you can see it. Yeah, this bag. Let me scooch this out of the way. This bag right here. Well, come on now. This bag. There we go. That one. So that bag, yeah, I do love it. And Cody is asking about the same thing, the CTB26. Okay, heard. I'll see what I can do to get my hands on one. I'll try and trade for one because I have hit my spending limit on bags thanks to that CT variant over there. All right, so weird, strange backpacks. That's what we're doing tonight. Also Q&A. And so I'm going to have the chat up the whole time. Ask me questions. Anything that's reasonable, I'll be glad to answer it. Anything you've been wondering about bags, wondering about the channel, wondering about me, whatever. Wondering about life in general. But should we get started with our first bag? I don't know. I think so. Let's see here. It just asked me if I wanted to join my own channel. Kelvin says, the guy who sold me a CTB26, he has a Sun Bear. All right. All right. Well, we like that. All right. Well, what should we start with? I've got a whole pile of bags here, a whole mess of bags. I promise you unique bags, and you know what? Does this pass the test? Let's look at this thing together. When I saw this one, I had to buy it, and I bought it from Japan and had it shipped all the way over here. And it is even weirder than I thought it was going to be. So there's a lot going on with this backpack. It is, of course, bright yellow. It's a Burton backpack, and it is weird and cool and funky, and let's say weird again. So live, you know what we do on this channel. We do one-take bag reviews. We're going to do on all 5 of these bags exterior and interior walkthroughs. We're not going to do the 2 things we like about them and the 2 things we don't tonight, because we're just going to appreciate their weirdness. And we're going to appreciate that at some point someone thought this was the bag that needed to be made, and God love them, because if they didn't, then all bags would be a black laptop backpack, and all of them would have pen holders and business card holders and be boring as heck. So thank goodness for whoever at these companies greenlit these bags. Crazy, right? Hey, what's up, Tasteful Thickness? Good to see you. Where should I start on this one? I guess we should start with this little dude. Can you see? And there's all kinds of cordage going on down here. Tons of cordage going on, tons of strappiness. It's a strapping young bag. This was made in the 90s, I think, 2000 at the latest. But this is some kind of art, some kind of logo, some kind of collaboration, and I vaguely recognize it, but I don't really recognize it. So drop a comment in the chats if you do recognize that drawing. I feel like it was something famous, and I just don't remember it. So on the side, I don't even know where to start. So you see it says BRTN, and you know it's a cutting edge bag when they've removed the vowels. That is your signal that this is an extreme cutting edge bag, right? So the first thing we have that is cutting edge is this neoprene drink pocket right up top here, right up top here. Now we're already weird. So the drink pocket is up and there's a stuff pocket below the drink pocket, and it's a see-through ripstop tiny little pocket right here, about the size of a deck of playing cards. And it's neat and it's weird and I don't know what it's for, and all I can think is that it is there because it's awesome. But we've moved the bottle pocket up, which of course makes the weight of the bag not work, but that doesn't matter because the weight of the bag doesn't work for all kinds of other reasons too. And I'm going to sound like I'm slamming these bags a little bit because they're weird as heck, but I'm not. I'm appreciating these bags in the way that I appreciate, you know, a Pontiac Aztec, a Volkswagen thing, like something that maybe shouldn't have been made. Mango Pepsi. Maybe it shouldn't have been made, but it was made, and we can all appreciate it because it was. All right, on this side, we've got two pockets. We've got a little scorpion tail design right here on this one. And then you've got a lower pocket and an upper pocket. Neither of them are great size for anything, really. I guess you could put like Cliff Bars in this one right here. And this one, peppermints or cough drops. And I kid, I mean, obviously you could put Band-Aids and stuff, but it is just totally, totally weird. Speaking of totally weird, let's unbuckle this random strap here, and we will see that this pouch comes off, but doesn't come off because it's sewn on this side. And so this is kind of a pocket, but it's not a pocket because, yeah. So what is it actually? I think it's to hold a snowboard. So this bag is from Burton. Burton's kind of a snowboarding company. I think this is to hold a snowboard. Interesting. I'm not sure this Velcro is going to get it done for holding a snowboard. You got a strap down here too to hold that, but that's some interesting choices that they've made here with this stowaway flap here. Yeah, so interesting, and one Duraflex buckle, and then with this pocket, you have a clear pocket up front, and then a drop pocket up top. And this is where it got really weird when I got this bag from Japan, because when I opened it up, there's a kind of a crazy graphic inside here. It says Burton, and then it's got graphics of like a early 1990s IBM computer and an old school police car and a couple of like red Ferraris. It's very weird. And then it says Burton Snowboarding, but there's a whole bunch of cars. It's wild. I don't know what's going on with this bag. And that is not something somebody added. That is the logo, I guess, but it's the label inside there. Burton was doing some crazy stuff when they made this bag. Up top, you have a quick access pocket, which is a cool quick access pocket. It's got mesh on the bottom, and then it's got a slip pocket inside. So good quick access pocket up top. And then, let me find my, there it is. when you open up the bag from the top here, you can see that you have kind of an insulated duct tape kind of pocket back here for laptops or anything else, but look at that silver material. So all in all, and neat patches, you got the Burton logo kind of stitched into the back here. It's just a weird bag. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're talking about weird backpacks. This is number 1 from Burton. I got it for 40 bucks. Used bag. I like it. It's certainly unlike anything else in my collection. I don't know. What did you guys think of that one? You'll have to let me know. I've got another one. This next one that I wanted to show you. This is a pretty rare one. At least I have never seen one before. And I got it about 4 months ago, 5 months ago. But I don't know if you can see the logo down here. This says the Brown Buffalo. So this is a Brown Buffalo hobo sack, tote bag situation. Really nicely made, really simple bag. We've got seatbelt straps up top, and then you've got a really wide opening tote. There's a pocket right here. You can see right here. It's got Brown Buffalo branding on it, and it's just a regular little slip pocket, nothing too crazy. And then on the back, it's got backpack straps. And so this is a very simple Brown Buffalo hobo tote bag. Slip pocket up front here. Very minimal branding. Brown Buffalo, but a little interesting piece of Brown Buffalo corporate history and design history here. A red hobo bag. This one's in a really slick nylon, and it's a useful bag. Very simple and very not like a lot of what Brown Buffalo is putting out these days. So it's a pretty interesting bag from Brown Buffalo. And you just toss it on. There you go. What do y'all think of that one? That's definitely something unique that you don't see every day. A Brown Buffalo tote backpack. I think it's called a hobo bag from them when they first put it out, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But pretty unique bag, and one that I don't think I've ever seen one before. And so if you've got one of these, let me know. I'm just super curious about when they made them and what they went for. I don't see them listed anywhere on the interwebs, so not sure. So that's 2 weird backpacks. We've seen one kind of vintage snowboarding, old police car, weird yellow bag from Burton. Not sure what was going on with that one. Not sure what they were thinking when they designed that one. And then a really simple piece of Brown Buffalo design history there. The tote pack. I've got a lot of weird ones on the wall. I was thinking about taking some of these down and taking a peek at them, but I think I'll hold off on that unless there's one that y'all in particular want to see. I think the next one we're going to go with is from Porter. So I just recently put out a video on that bag from Porter, the Tanker series. This is not the Tanker series. This is a funky little waist bag that you can wear as a crossbody. Now I know what you're saying. Clint, you said this was going to be about weird backpacks. I see John has joined. What's up, John? Good to see you. Everybody, as you join, say hi, please. Would love to know who's here and would love to see if y'all have any questions. But this is a Porter, Yoshida and Company, waist pack, and it's a backpack. So check this out. This top pouch, you unzip, and then you unfold, and then you have a day pack. And the strap here becomes a waist strap. So what was the kind of strap for the crossbody now becomes a stabilizer strap for a waist carry. And then you've got these really, really lightweight crinkle straps. And then inside, you can see there's a cool pleating. This whole thing is a faded, very faded now, tangerine ripstop material. So it's ripstop nylon. I like the colorway. It's seen better days, but it's a piece of backpack esoterica, so I had to snag it. Inside, you've got just a main compartment. So what's the point of this bag? The point of this one really is to have a waist pack that has expandability. And so if you, let's imagine you're out walking your dog and, you know, in the streets of your Tokyo suburb, and you've stopped at the convenience store, you've picked up one or two items, and then you're walking home and you see that the little grocery store has produce on sale. And you say, oh my God, okay, so I've got to buy 3 cucumbers and 4 tomatoes, and it all becomes too much to manage because your dog's barking at you like crazy. And then you remember that your Porter waist pack becomes a backpack. Did I sell you? I don't even think I convinced myself, because all those things also come in shopping bags. So again, I'm not 1,000% sure what the use case is on a waist pack that becomes a backpack. Maybe it's useful for hiking. I don't know. If you're going to be in a scenario where you might need a backpack, bring a backpack. But I've got to appreciate the weirdness of it, and I've also got to say it really doesn't work. They're not the only company that did this, by the way. If you look up fanny pack backpack convertible or 2-in-1, there's like 3 companies that did this. I think Burton did it too, honestly. But they're not the only ones who did it. The fatal flaw of all of these is that when you roll up this top section, and I'm not going to do it right now because I'm going to look like an idiot because it takes me a while to put this thing back together. But when you roll up this top section, the whole bag becomes so top heavy. Like this top part has so much more material than the bottom part that the whole thing just becomes unwieldy when you try and wear it as a waist pack. And so it fails as a waist pack, and it kind of fails as a backpack. So it only really wins as a curiosity. And that's a shame, because I don't know if there is a way to do that. Like, obviously there's a tote backpack that works fine. Briefcases that turn into backpacks work fine. Waist bags that turn into backpacks, I haven't seen one that works. So we'll file this under curiosity only. And yeah, I'm glad I have it. I don't know that I'll ever use it, but it is a cool piece of history. Let's see another weird one. Are you ready for this one? All right. This is from Cotopaxi. This is called the Tazra 16 liter. Tazra 16 liter. And this is the Del Dia version. Anytime you see Del Dia from Cotopaxi, such word salad. Anytime you see Del Dia from Cotopaxi, it means basically a scraps bag. And I love scraps bags. They're my favorite kind of bags, and you can see that these ones are really cool. So they've got a blend of materials. We've got nylon, we've got ripstop, we've got all kinds of different color pulls. Even the zippers are different colors everywhere on this bag. Some orange, some purple, some salmon. And then it's just a really cool looking bag. What do you guys think? I think it's a great looking bag. This is also a 2-in-1. So it's not just a backpack, but it is a briefcase slash. It's a briefcase slash. So I'm not exactly sure what to call it exactly. We've got a question from Very Nearly Pure. What backpack are you taking for a 10-day trip to France? Not one bagging. Okay, so not one bag travel. So give me a little bit more there. Are you looking for a city backpack to carry with you while you're going around town? Or are you looking for one that will be kind of a supplementary luggage situation? Let me know that, and then I'd be glad to give you a couple of recommendations. No problem there. Very Nearly Pure. No problem. All right. So I bought this bag because it reminded me of the Cotopaxi Alpa, which is still to this day my favorite travel bag. It is a kind of a floppy suitcase looking bag from Cotopaxi, and when you open it up, it really looks like a suitcase on the inside. It's organized like a suitcase, it carries and uses like a suitcase. And I bet you're saying, you know, well, why would this bag remind you of that? And here's why. When you open this bag up, it's set up like a suitcase. It's not a backpack in here. So it's a backpack out here. It's not a backpack in here. In here, it's half briefcase, half suitcase. Yeah, you can see there's like a suitcase compartment where you can put some clothes, maybe an outfit, 2 outfits, or, well, I'm not sure what else you would need to put in there that's not clothes. But it's a tiny suitcase. That's pretty weird. This side is a lot more traditional. You've got a little tablet sleeve. It's cushioned, and it's got this really cool eggplant ripstop. Like, that's really neat. I like that a lot. So 15-inch laptop fits no problem. You've got a mesh pocket over here. And then you've got pen holders because we all carry a ton of pens, like at least 5 pens at all times is, I think, the working theory for most bag makers. And then you've got a little slip pocket over here that's kind of wallet sized. And then, you know, it looks really cool. I had to buy it. I had to buy it. All right, very nearly pure. It says supplementary luggage. All right, you're bringing a sling. So you're juggling between air, travel pack, and GR. Oh, those are good. Those are good. So a GR2 34 liter is not a bad recommendation at all. So that would be pretty high on my list if that counts as a carry-on, if you are carrying on. And then an Air Travel Pack 3 is a pretty good one too. So those, between those two, I would take the Go Ruck because you also have a suitcase. And the Go Ruck, I think, would give you a lot more wide open space that you can stuff things that you bought or packing cubes into for supplementary travel carry. So I think between those two, that's the one I would go with. I'm going to be doing a Go Ruck GR2 26 liter review very, very soon. And if you're looking for a new bag or an excuse to buy a new bag, one that would be interesting would be the Able Carry Max. That's a really big bag, and it's got a lot of organization that you might lack in your suitcase. Bring some tech with you if you want to. That's a really good one. And then if you want something cheap, one that you could look at is the Nike Pro Elite Speed Pack, Utility Speed Pack. Anyway, Nike has some big rectangular backpacks, and they actually are pretty good. The padding on them is really beefy on the straps, and the middle section is kind of just a big cavernous interior. So if you're looking for something new and cheap that you can beat up, those work. And don't forget the North Face has their new line of big rectangular boxy bags too. Those work really well for your use case as well. So back to this bag. Up top here, we have one pocket with a fun slip pocket. I love the colors. I mean, come on. The colors on this are so good. And then just a normal pocket back here. On the back, super thin straps. So let's zip this back up. And I'll put it on for your amusement because, oh, and by the way, briefcase style carry too. Put this on for you here. This is just a way too small backpack for me. So if you are a small framed individual and you're looking for a really unusual briefcase slash backpack, this is the one for you. I found the bag for you. But for me, unfortunately, it just doesn't work. It's way too small. The main compartment here is an adventure, and it's cool, but ultimately this compartment is too small for most things that I would want to carry. But man, as a curiosity, It's really, really good. As a usable bag, it's just okay. It's not unusable, it's just too small. And it's got, a couple of things that I just did not end up loving. Now, what you can do is you can unclip these straps and run them down through here. So we'll unclip both of these. And by the way, look how cool this is. Everything is a mixed color on this bag. You've got lime green Duraflex buckles with baby blue, like too cool. So let's run these and hide them away. Let's stick these in here. Hide away the backpack straps in totality. There we go. Now, there we go, and you can see you actually have little holders here. So now we've got something interesting, and we've got what probably they should have made to begin with. There you go. They should have made a really sweet briefcase, and these pockets would then be oriented this way, and then these straps would be an afterthought. This would be a feature on a briefcase rather than this being a feature on a backpack, which it fails as a backpack. It's kind of interesting as a briefcase, but then ultimately it fails as a briefcase because it's designed to be a backpack. It's having an identity crisis. I'm having an identity crisis walking through this bag. Wanted it to be great, ultimately didn't love it. If you love it, it will be for sale on theperfectbag.us in the very near future because it's just too small for me to use. I wanted it to be great. How many bags have we done? Cotopaxi, Porter, Burton, Brown Buffalo. That's 4. That's 4. Let's see if we have any questions. All right. Oh, very nearly pure. You're welcome. No problem. David says, have you looked at any other items from ULA? I have not. No, I have not. Anything that you would recommend? I have reviewed the Dragonfly, and that's it. I really do want a white Dragonfly. I keep seeing those. Those look really good. All right. Janu says, I recently got Mystery Wrench 3-way 18 expandable. Similarly, yeah, that one's much better. Much better. Superman says, have you traveled with a personal size travel backpack? Yes, I have. Many, many times. And I've got quite a few videos on the channel. If you look up travel bags, there's a playlist for travel bags. And you can see all the different travel bags. I think I've done the Track Store 35 liter, the Air Travel Pack, the Cotopaxi, the Nexus from Bounce Design Labs. I'm about to go on another trip. So 2 weeks from now, I'm going to Greece. And I'm going to travel all around Athens and the Peloponnesian Peninsula, and then the Greek islands for 2 weeks. And so I'm going to bring a travel backpack for that as well. I'll be doing a 1.5 bag travel there. So I'm yet to decide on which bags I'm going to bring for that. A couple are on the table, including I've got a Peak Design travel bag that I've been wanting to put through its paces. So that might be, I'm probably like the last bag reviewer in the universe to review a Peak Design travel bag. But I do need to do it because it's sitting right over there. And I also have a really cool Alpha 19er bag, Pathfinder. I've got a lot of bags that I need to test out, and that is such a perfect chance to test them. All right, David says he's eyeing the Camino from ULA. All right, I'll look that one up for sure. For sure. I also wanted to take that one over there for an actual trip. I've bought it on like some weekend trips, but I really would like, that's the Hex Armenia travel backpack, and it's one of my favorites. And I've never really brought it on an actual trip outside of the country. So that would be one that I guess is in the running too. Yeah. All right. I promised you 5 backpacks, and after this video, remember there's going to be at least 4 more backpack videos coming, one after the other on the channel, because I just looked back and I was like, dang, I have been on a run of waist bags and shoulder bags and hip packs, and I need to get some more backpack content out there for you. And I also wanted to let you know that I've heard you, and there will be some top lists coming. So I need to update my crossbody top 10, and it's been almost a year since I updated that one, and there's been so many good bags coming out. And I need to update my top 10 laptop backpacks as well. So both of those videos, be on the lookout. They will be coming, and as always, they'll be a little bit non-traditional. Like if you want a list of all the bags that everybody already is recommending to you, that's not what you're going to get here. You can go to Wirecutter/whatever to get that list. This list is going to be a little bit unusual, and it'll be more based on the joy of using the bag and the fun of interacting with the bag and my personal experience. These are my favorites, and I take that seriously, so I'm going to tell you only my absolute favorites. All right. Jonu says, Greece is great, good food, prices are still reasonable. Oh, please tell me Greek travel tips. So either drop them in the chat here or hit me up on Instagram. It's Clint from YouTube, Klint from YouTube over on Instagram. I would love Greek travel tips because basically my plan is go to Athens, rent car, explore Greece. And so if you've got anything a little bit more specific than that, please let me know. That would be very helpful. Soupman says, when is the patches video coming out? In about 10 days. In about 10 days. So I think there's 2 backpack videos, then the patch video, then 2 more backpack videos. If my memory serves me. That's, I think, what's happening. Yeah. So in about 10 days, a little over a week to the patch video. Let's see, Cast Game for Chubby says, better check on Ground Truth Technical Tote. Fantastic. Okay, Ground Truth Technical Tote. I don't think I know that bag. Keep them coming. I love hearing about bags that I've never seen before. And speaking of bags that you haven't seen before, let's do our 5th backpack. It's a bag that you haven't seen before. It is, and I'm going to pull this up so I don't butcher it, the indispensable IDP backpack Rad Street in the clear colorway. That's right, the clear colorway. There we go. I've been wanting to show you all this bag forever. I don't know if it's going to get its own full video or not. I just, I don't know that there's anybody out here searching this backpack. Indispensable is such a niche brand. It's one of my absolute favorites. That zebra 3D zebra print backpack over there is from Indispensable. The quilted kind of hunter sling bag up top at the corner is from Indispensable. They do wacky stuff. And this is no exception. This is another wacky backpack from Indispensable. It has too much going on. It is a weird ass bag, pardon my French, and it is a joy. Like, I love it and I hate it because it is not quite good enough to use. It is great to look at, it is weird to use, and it's weird to use only because of one design choice. And if they hadn't done this one thing, and if I can figure out how to fix this one thing, I will fix it, but I haven't figured it out yet. And I'm totally willing to take scissors to this bag, but I just haven't figured out a solution. So if you have a solution here for how to fix the problem I'm about to lay out for you with this bag, you'll have to let me know. But first off, just for a second, how cool is this bag? How cool is it? Like, why have you not seen this bag? Why has the world not seen this bag? It is a cool looking bag. And it's more opaque than clear, by the way. This is the clear colorway. I would say it's the opaque colorway. But when you put something in there, you can see it. All right, so let's talk about this. Exterior first. Where do I even start? So you have some compression strap attachment points down at the bottom here with some really nice buckles. You have a stretchy bungee situation here to attach more stuff to the bag. You've got MOLLE panels to attach more stuff to the bag. So you can attach all kinds of stuff to the bag. So you're not short on ways to attach things to this bag. On the side here, you have a white, very slim bottle pocket that fits really only a can of soda. So something the dimensions of a can of soda will fit in there. It does have compression straps bottom and top, so you could theoretically put like a tripod or hiking poles or a collapsible pool cue, like whatever your baseball bat, like you could put anything that size in here and strap it down, umbrella, etc. So that's pretty handy, and it repeats on this side too. So bottle pockets on both sides. You can, as we say on the channel, dual wield should you choose to. And then we get to the back panel, which is excellent. That's really, really good. It's very comfortable. The straps have a wide stance. It has functional load lifters. It has a nice sternum strap. It's a good looking material. It's got attachment points. Yeah, indispensable. Very nice. And then the back panel itself is very comfortable. Around the top here, right here, see? Around the outside, you have a zippered pocket, and inside that is a ripstop laptop compartment. So this holds a 15-inch laptop. You can strap it in with Velcro in case you're going to get wild and crazy and you think your laptop's going to fly out of the backpack. And then, I've never understood that, by the way. Like, what? The bag zippers, like who's walking around with their bag open and this, like, it's weird. It's weird. I'm not sure what the fascination is with the Velcroing in of the laptop. Like gravity, I don't know. All right, so and then this functions as a drop pocket. This is excellent. This back pocket works really well. The zipper is substantial, like really nice, and it's, you can't see this, I promise, it says IDP right here with a lightning bolt. So the indispensable IDP backpack, really, really cool. On the side here, you have a side zip that allows you to access the main compartment. So you can reach into the main compartment. That's a good thing. Why is that a good thing? That's a good thing because the top entry to this bag is a hot wreck nightmare. So look at this. I know what you're saying. What is that? I have no idea. It's this. It's this. So it is a really poofy, gigantic situation that you can expand the storage on this thing. Like, can you see me? See, it is actually clear, but it's enormous. It's enormous. So let's unbuckle the Duraflex, and we have a big giant roll top, but it doesn't have a roll top closure situation. It's got these Duraflex buckles that kind of work. It's okay. Just meh. The material, I think, is what undoes it, because it doesn't quite roll top right. It feels crinkly. It doesn't stick the way that it should. Maybe some magnets would have made it stick a little bit better. It kind of works, but it feels like a hot mess up there. Feels like you just, like you need to iron it. It's like you just took a shirt out of the wash and you need to iron it. It just doesn't sit right. But it's very, very interesting. Superman says a dry bag backpack. I would think so, except it doesn't drain, right? Like, it's not a mesh. It looks kind of like a mesh, but it's not a mesh. And so I don't think it works as a dry bag. And what I can't show you very well is the actual inside of this bag, because actually inside this bag, I wish there was a way to show you this really, really well without going into camera number 2. Can we do it? No, there is just no way. Inside, there is a really nice back panel. It's white. Let me describe it for you. It's Cordura. It's white. It's got a zippered pocket, and then it's got 3 slip pockets. And then down here where you can see the color changes, that's an elastic stretchy pocket. The back panel in this bag is excellent, but the weird, funky, unwieldy, unnecessary roll top It just kills this bag for me, which is a shame because this is a weird bag, and I really, really like weird bags. Almost, almost. That's the thing with weird bags. They're almost. Whatever they're trying to be, they're almost. And it's tough for one of them to really, really take off and nail it. And those ones that do, that are both weird and actually get it right, those ones end up on the wall. The Decline Structure, that's a weird one that gets it right. The Unicorn 2.0, that's a weird one that gets it right. This fish bag, this fish bag, that's a weird one that probably doesn't get it right, honestly, if we're being real. Like, it's just a weird one. Look at that. Believe it or not, this is from Masterpiece, like the amazing Japanese bag brand. It is a fish sling. It is a crossbody fish sling. So if you are a fisherman or a lover of fish or know somebody who is, maybe that fish sling is what you need in your life. There we go. But yeah, the weird ones that work, they work. Most of the weird ones, though, they fail at something. And so, you know, you're getting them and you're treasuring them because they are a little bit weird. And that's okay, I think. All right. Welsh Recon says, what WTF is this thing? That was my reaction too. And so I clicked order. Kind of, if I haven't seen it before, I probably order it every single time. Like, oh, that's really weird. Click. I've got a really bad habit about that. So we've done 5 weird backpacks tonight. I hope you enjoyed taking kind of this walk down, let's call it the cabinet of curiosities of weird backpacks tonight. Do you have any questions, or are there any things that you've been wondering about, or do you have any bag questions? And we'll have a little bit of an awkward delay while I wait to see if you have any bag questions before we wrap up. And I'll have a sip of my Tampico Zero. Not a sponsor, but folks from Tampico, if you're listening and watching, you should sponsor the channel. I drink your juice. All right. We'll give just another minute to see if there's any questions. And I can go ahead and give you, since you all are the loyalist of viewers showing up for a live stream on Sunday night, I'll give you a look ahead at what's coming up on the channel. So we just did the Chrome Industries District Collection that just went live yesterday. The next review is going to be the Remote Equipment Charlie 25. Then we're going to do the Orvis Trekkage in the 1971 camo colorway. Do I have that one over here? No, I don't. Really interesting bag. I think you're going to like that one a lot. Then we're going to get into, on June 17th, for those of you who were listening, so a little bit less than 10 days. Yeah. Everything you wanted to know about patches but were afraid to ask. And then we're going to do a really fun one, backpacks with built-in tech pouches or lunch boxes. So that'll be a really unique one too. And then after that, we're going to do the GoRuck GR2 26 liter. So we've got quite a run of backpacks and that cool patch video. That'll take us through, when will that take us through? That'll take us through almost the end of June. And then I'll be in Greece and coming back, but I'll make sure that there's plenty of content so the channel won't miss a beat, and I'll send you all some pictures of what I decide to travel with when I head to Greece. All right, the questions are coming in. Looking for a 25-liter pack to go with a roller in the UK. 25-liter pack. Well, my go-to, anytime somebody tells me they want a 25-liter pack, is that you need to order yourself a custom Green Room 136 North Seeker. You got to do the Wildcard Custom Builder, though, because that's where you can add the vertical luggage. I can't do this live. I don't know why. What's the word I'm looking for? Vertical luggage strap. It's not luggage strap. Pass-through. Pass-through, the luggage pass-through. So get the North Seeker, get it with the luggage pass-through. It's dope. You're going to love it. All right. Jonu says, have you found any U.S. source for the life behind bar? No, I haven't. No, and that's on my list of companies that I don't have a bag from that I would like to, along with the Wasp. What is the Wasp from? It's out of Singapore, but I would like one of those as well. Who makes that Wasp bag? All right, Ken says, would love to hear more about custom patches. Okay, no problem. So this one up here, there's really two ways that I know of to do custom patches, okay? So this is the perfect bag patch. This is one that I went to a patch company. This one was custompatchfactory.com. I'm not advising you to go there. I'm just saying that's what I went with because it was the first one that I wanted to try and test out. But I bought all of these. You get a big discount if you buy a bunch of them. And then I bought these to sell on the site, and you can buy those on theperfectbag.us. This is a little Asterix the Gaul. Oh man, this is a little Asterix patch, and it is custom made, and it's one of one. I'm not buying those to make for somebody else because I don't have the rights to that image. It's just an image I grabbed off the internet. So what I did there is I went to Amazon, and you can do Etsy as well, and found somebody who would make me a patch in a 2x2 size to fit on my Evergoods bag, because they make a really weird size little square patch spot there. And so I had to go find not only a company that would make a 2x2 patch, but one that would take an image that I just upload. So Amazon has those folks, Etsy has those folks, and it'll cost you probably about 20 bucks for one patch. If you buy more than one patch, it will cost you less. But remember, you know, it's not really kosher to use images that are not yours to resell the patches or put them out there, I guess. So if it's for personal use, that's one thing. You know, be your own judge on that. Boom. All right. Other questions here. Subterracon, hello. I'd love your fresh take on the legendary Tom Ben Synapse one day. Oh, you're going to love this. I've got a 3-video series coming up with the Synapse, the Cynic, and a comparison. So I've got a Cynic 30 and a Synapse 25, both on the way. I think rust orange, and then the Cynic 30 is in the new Federal Yellow X-Pack with the lime green grid stop interior. I am psyched about that. I am so psyched. It's like a banana colorway. Like we've got ripe bananas and unripe bananas going on in that bag, and then overripe bananas because the back is black. But yeah, I'm excited. You know, I'm excited to try those bags out, give them a fresh run. It's been a while, and see what I think of them in this modern day and age. So that's coming up soon. Ken says Evergoods 2x2 is one of the reasons why custom patches are on the mind. Yeah. And then Ken, Etsy has some really cool leather ones too that aren't necessarily full on custom, but you could do like a topo pattern, etc. So yeah, and then obviously Evergoods sells reflective patches. But if you think to send me a note, Ken, in Instagram, Clint from YouTube, or just comment on this stream, not in the chat, but just as a comment here in a little bit, let me know, remind me, and I'll give you the link to the place that I used on Amazon to make my patch. And it's not full embroidered, it's printed on and then embroidered around the edges, so it's not the best of quality, but it looks cool. All right. Subterracon, you're most welcome. And Kelvin says, can you recommend a packable day pack to complement with your travel bag? Are you thinking about something that is a sling or a messenger? Is that what you're thinking, like a crossbody? Or are you thinking a packable backpack? Let me know. Second, I'm going to get one to show you anyway. You might enjoy it. Can you all hear me okay? All right, video should be back. And now I'm back. Because I've got a little crossbody and y'all are getting a little sneak preview. There we go, I'm back. Sorry about that. Y'all are getting a little sneak preview here of a bag that I just ordered that I think is really cool. So this is from Sealson, and I think it's the M2 or the G2, but it's a fun little crossbody bag, and it is ultra light with an ultra stretch bottle pocket here. But this is a fun little backpack, or a little bag to stuff inside of a backpack. It's like a tiny version of the Held Closely bag that I brought on my last trip to Japan. So I really have been enjoying testing this out, and I'll do a full video on this puppy coming soon. All right. Let's see, Kelvin says you have an Air Daysling 3 X-Pack. That's a good bag, but if you're looking for something bigger than that, let me think on that, Kelvin, and hit me with a comment on this video reminding me, and I'll give you a couple of recommendations. I don't want to give you something off the cuff. I really want to think about that. All right. Well, everybody, I think that's probably about it for tonight. We've done 5 backpacks, so if you haven't gone back and watched those, please do. Some really weird backpacks, and I hope you enjoyed that. Everybody, thank you. This is really fun hanging out with y'all and talking about bags. You'll have to let me know if these live streams are enjoyable for you, or if you'd just rather have the pre-recorded videos. But everybody, thanks a ton. If I asked you to leave a comment so that I could answer your question with a little bit more thoughtfulness, please do so. I'd like to get those questions answered for you. And everybody, as always, thank you for the love and support, and we will see you next time. Bye for now, everybody.